All right, so this is a very impromptu recording, but I just felt like I had to do this. No frills, no lights. I'm sitting here with my blanket. So I'm turning 26 in 4 days, and it's not seldom that I am not excited, because I'm usually really not excited per se for my birthday. You know, I'm just like, I'm grateful to be alive. I'm grateful to make the number, but so it's not weird that I'm not excited, but I don't know. It's just, I think, obviously, you know, I want to be further along in life. There are certain things that I wish I had at this point in life, because I feel like I'm 25 years old and I should have it and I don't. So outside of that, because that's normal. That's normal when you have a birthday coming up. You reflect, and sometimes your reflections you aren't happy with, and that's okay. But I think for me, I don't know. I think I was reflecting this morning, and I was just thinking about, you know, I said the one thing that I'm truly gonna work on and change going into year 26 is the way I speak to myself. You know how they say you're your own worst critic? Yes, granted you are. There are some things that you'll pick up and judge about yourself that nobody else will, because nobody else knows that about you. But I feel like it's extremely important to hone in and analyze the way you speak to yourself, the way you critique yourself. Because I literally, I wrote something down this morning, and I'm just like, you try to figure out why you aren't further along than you wish you were, or you don't have certain things, or there's certain goals that you didn't reach. And I literally said to myself, check the way you speak to yourself when you didn't reach it. How do you expect to get further along when you speak to yourself in a negative way, but then you want positive results? You speak to yourself in a negative way, but you want positive results. You beat yourself up because you did not do something. You did not accomplish something. You missed the goal. But then you want to feel joyful. Make that make sense? And that's where that struggle comes in with people who don't know how to celebrate the good, because you beat yourself up to get to this point. So when it happens and you have the right to be in a celebratory moment or mode, you can't celebrate you. So I literally checked myself and I said, Cheyenne, check the way you speak to you. Check the way you acknowledge yourself, acknowledge your wins, but then acknowledge your faults. Like, don't ever acknowledge your wins way more than you acknowledge. Don't ever acknowledge your faults way more than you acknowledge your wins. Yes, self-reflect. Yes, critique and make changes and adjustments and change the things that you want changed. But don't beat yourself down to the point where it literally paralyzes you, to the point where you're afraid to make a move because you're just hounding yourself. I literally said to myself, if I want different results, I have to change the route of how the result comes up. Okay, let me say this. Let's just say you want to start, you told yourself, okay, I want to start a business within 3 months, but you want to start the business in 3 months, out the blue, because you got upset with yourself. You got upset with your money, with your income status, right? You became extremely frustrated. Now, the root of you trying to produce this business is frustration. And I said to myself, Cheyenne, check the root of the things that you want to accomplish. So yes, starting another business is great. And it's not even a negative thing. It's positive. But if it bred from a bunch of frustration and you being upset with you, it does not last because you are just going based off of fumes of frustration. Gone are the days of that. Because then you go in a cycle of smooth sailing. Something else happens, you get frustrated. You're like, okay, I gotta make a change. You make the change, but the change was stemmed from frustration. The change was stemmed from being upset with yourself. The change was stemmed from trying to prove something to somebody. The change was stemmed from, oh, they'll never play me again. No. Be more gracious with you. And that's for me. Be more gracious with you. Because then now when you go to approach this project, this business, this thing, you can't even do it. So it's not going to be long. I'm just coming on here to say, do better with you. Be better with you. And watch the results. I literally said to myself today, I said, I'm breaking up with the old version of Cheyenne that tears herself down before even acknowledging the wins in those areas. I broke up with her today. No more. I said, I'm not going to another year doing that. And you don't realize how bad you speak to yourself and treat yourself. You don't realize until you sit down and just like, wait, hold on. Although I didn't accomplish this, I accomplished this. And now what can I do to accomplish these things? So I just want to end this, sometimes when I have stuff in my mind, it's easier for me to talk. And I was just like, why not share it? So be better with you. Do better with you. It's a very simple, plain message. It's just a reminder. Because the results, you're not going to like it. Trust me.